Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to this YouTube channel. It's your guy Igor here, coming to you live from Canada, from my backyard. Today's video I want to talk to you about the fastest, easiest, cheapest ways to start working in Canada, to get a work permit. So guys, I made a list of things I want to share with you how you can actually start working here, and I based it on my own experience. So this video is going to be more interesting than the usual ones, because I'm going to actually share not just facts and raw data, but actually my experience, guys. And before we get started, I want to tell you guys that I did my immigration. It was quite a challenging process, guys, and I want to tell you guys that in Canada you're on your own, and by that I mean it. Here's what happened to me, guys. I was in a process, I graduate international student, and I wanted to get my immigration done. And well, my friend went to an immigration consultant to immigrate to Canada, and I didn't have money for that, okay, so I didn't go. And here's the thing about friendship in Canada, sometimes it works like that. So because my friend went and paid into immigration consultant, my friend didn't want to share the information that I was actually eligible to apply to that program that was before express entry. I didn't know that, and that's why I didn't apply. My friend went and applied, and you know why? The logic behind it? The logic behind it is that that friend of mine paid money to immigration consultant. I didn't pay, so why should the friend share? And that person studied with me in Centennial College in the same program, and we were considered friends. So, and we are still acquaintances, but this how things is. It's sad. That's why I started this YouTube channel, to create content for you guys that that you can have access without paying money. So subscribe to this channel because it's free, and you're going to get a lot of nice free content on this channel about immigration, where I do a lot of research for you. So here you go, guys, and if you need help as immigration consultant, I'll leave a link in the description of this video as well. So here's the first thing, is the fastest, cheapest, easiest way to get. It's actually one of the harder ones, but I put it first on the list, and we are going to go in descending order. So, by the way, if you see someone on my background, that's my baby playing. Okay, so don't get distracted by that guy. He's doing something. He's busy. Okay, but I might get distracted if he falls down. So first thing is getting an Alamia. Alamia, guys, is basically getting your employer to sponsor you, and it's cheapest because employer has to pay for all of that. Now, there are some people who are like, employers who would say, well, we'll deduct it from your pay. It's illegal, and they're not supposed to be doing that. There are some immigration consultants, not registered, not regulated, who are going to say something that you pay us, and, we'll pay for you, and, it's like a guarantee. That's usually a scam, so stay away from that kind of things. Guys, my story is that I also wanted to get an Alamia to get my immigration done, because as I said, the story about my friend who didn't tell me about the program. When I graduated, when express entry was introduced, they didn't give extra points for international graduates. So nannies, construction guys, people with no education were more likely to get PR than me because of that. So my immigration consultant suggested either I get 1 year of Canadian work experience to qualify for Canadian experience class to immigrate, or I get Alamia. So I came to my boss about Alamia, and my coworker said when he has beer after work, my boss would have beer, and he was one of an asshole. That boss I was to work for took advantage of me, and he's an asshole, and he knows about it. But the thing about it, that guy is one of the biggest hearted people here I met in Canada, and I have more respect for that guy than he deserves, and more respect to that man than he is aware of. And just, I want to let you know, guys, I really respect that guy, even though he knows he's an asshole. Anyways, I came to him for Alamia, and he was drinking his beer, and that's what my coworker said. I asked him if he can get an Alamia for me. First of all, his eyes became like cubes, like squares. What the hell is Alamia? He didn't know even if I speak English right now. So, what can you say about Alamia? He doesn't know what it is. And I tried explaining to him, and I said, it's something where you have to try and hire a Canadian for my position. You have to do a research. You have to submit it to the government, and basically it's going to cost you $1,000. So first of all, he wasn't happy about the part where he had to pay extra for me, but he didn't say it. And the second part is, well, he didn't want to do it. He wanted me to get him an immigration lawyer from my own expense and cover those expenses or something like that. Maybe he would do it if I did something like that. Basically, he said no to me. in the end. And he was making fun of me because I didn't have a status in Canada, permanent residency, and I was on my post-graduation work permit. And he was just, like, he was a bully in a way, and he was making fun of me, saying, "Oh, they're going to send you home anyways. Like, what's the point of doing this? You're going to go home anyways." So one of the things that made me like him less, but he was still a good man. Anyways, guys, Alamia is something where you can get it. It actually gives you extra points for your immigration. It's basically employer sponsor you for getting work permit. Employer has to pay $1,000, at least that's what it was last time I checked. And they submit the application, and if everything is good, you can come and work in Canada. But it's not the easiest way. Now, the next way, I'm organized, I made the list here today. Second one is the studying in Canada. It's a little bit easier, but it's more expensive. You have to pay a lot of money, and worst thing about it, as I told you guys, when I graduated, they didn't give extra points. If you have a job offer after you graduate, so for example, I studied for 3 years, I graduated for 2 years, I got a 3-year work permit. Good, it's good. Now, the problem about it is that somebody's trying to open the door there? I don't know, some noise came out. Worst thing about it, guys, is that I wasn't getting any points for CRS score for arranged employment, even though I had a job offer. With Alamia, like, you get a PR, okay? If you got Alamia, you're getting a PR. You can pass the English, you get the 67 score for the FSW, for example, or you get 1 year of experience in Canada, Canadian experience class, you get a PR. If you're an international student, you still need to have enough points. You don't get as much. And even if you got a job offer, it's not considered to be pre-arranged employment. So that's another way, but it takes more time than Alamia to come and study and graduate, and all the money you spend. Now, next thing on the list I have is actually A&P designated employers. So I had a friend who went through that program, guys. It's a Romanian family. They came to Calgary, wanted to rent a place from me. I found out that they were really shady. Hey, look at this kid. Look at him driving around. I found out they were really shady because they wanted me to rent a place to them without giving me any money. So I didn't end up renting the place to them, but they were a sweet family, and they came to one of the Atlantic provinces where a designated employer. The best thing about it, the employers don't have to sponsor you; they're already designated, so you can just get a job offer and you can come and start working. Now, the hard part about it is you still have to get a job offer. The good part about it, the employer doesn't have to sponsor you like for Alamia. So for Alamia, it's even more complicated. Number one, people don't know how to do that. Number two, employers in Canada would prefer professional legal assistance. Small employers can't afford that a lot of times, and they don't want to be. And the third thing is, like, they don't want to be doing it. Did you know, if you look at LinkedIn, that about 1/4 of the people applying for jobs are out of Canada? Which means is that, guys, a lot of you are searching for jobs, and lots of employers are even just not interested in considering you, because in order to work in Canada, you need to be authorized to work. You have to have either work permit, post-graduation work permit, permanent residency status, citizenship, something like that. Otherwise, you're not allowed to make money in Canada, as it's not legal. You don't have a social insurance number. You can pay taxes. Employers are not allowed to hire you like that. They get penalized. You can get deported if you do that. Now, another part is, caregivers and support workers. Have you watched that movie with Kevin Hart, where the guy was taking care of a rich millionaire? It's a really shitty job. But there's a couple of NOC codes that are exempt from Alamia. And you can come and start working. A lot of people from Philippines are doing that. Thing is, in Philippines, people have nurses, people have doctors. So here's the thing. They do this garbage job for a minimum wage for 2 years. They get their permanent residency done, and then they do something else. The reason for that is Canadians don't want to be doing this kind of garbage job for this money. It's almost minimum wage, sometimes a couple of dollars extra. Baby, don't go in there, you're going to fall. Don't go, come back. Baby, come back. Just notice him going there. He's gonna fall. He's gonna fall. I put a log in there so he doesn't go. Anyways, they come here and then they do that stuff, and then most of them are in healthcare in the Philippines. So what they do is, it's popular among them. So they do that immigration through this sacrificing, cleaning poop after people, taking care of people, and after that they get their licenses. They become doctors. They become nurses, and they make like $80,000 per year. It's like high manager job, or they end up making like $300,000 as a doctor if they pass that testing. So that's what people do. It's easier. It's really easy immigration, but it's a hard job and not for everyone. I bet you lots of my friends from Ukraine, Russia are not going to do that kind of job. A lot of people are going to say, oh, you want me to do? No freaking way I'm going to do that. Same thing with Canadians. That's why the program exists. But those people who don't have high ego and who are ready to do what it takes, they would do it. Now, the easiest program here is labor mobility program or work and travel visa. Baby, don't touch the log. Don't fall there. I'm worried for the guy. So basically, you have about 30 countries have agreements with Canada where you can come and start working. My neighbors at Marlborough Mall, I used to live there, one of the most criminal places. I found the people, one of the nicest people in Calgary there. I felt really safe, but maybe because where I come from. Anyways, guys, so what happened is those guys got drunk and they had a party. And later on, they actually told me how they came to Canada. They just applied for a working visa and they got it. If you're under 30 or 35 years of age, your country might have agreement with Canada. You can just come and start working. And if you get a job offer, that's already considered to be arranged employment, Alamia exempt, easy to get PR. Now imagine me, graduate as an international student, knowing some people who did it through a nannies program, who had no education in university, and how much money I spent. Now looking at these people who are coming to Canada as construction people and getting their no requirements for a work permit, and they just get their immigration done instantly. And me graduating, knowing English, having master's degree from Ukraine, having 2 years of education from Canada, and not having enough points without 1 year of experience in Canada, that was frustrating, stressful, and annoying to find out that Canada values uneducated people over educated people, and knowing how many international students suffered. And later on they added extra points for international students, so now it's all good. Guys, give it a big fat thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, guys. See you in Canada. Bye for now. Love you all. Hope this video is useful. Okay, baby, say bye-bye. Subscribe. Okay, gonna play with the baby.